What's up everyone, Damien here, and as you can see today, I'm going to be doing a quick overview of the cheapest magnetic puzzle on the market currently, the Mr. M from Shengshao. So let's take a look. So taking a look at the box real quick, you can see here, we've got Mr. M and a magnetized puzzle. These magnets are in a really strange place unless the top layer is off, and those are the edges. But regardless of that, let's get into this. Okay, so the first thing I can see is that this is a textured puzzle. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this. Shengshao's been doing it on a lot of their puzzles lately. I know we've got a 4x4 and a 5x5 that also has this. So it's kind of a strange direction that they've been going in lately. And I'm not a huge fan because I don't think it makes it easier to grip. But anyway, here are the stickerless shades. They're definitely not that bad. I could definitely recognize these. So now let's do first turns. Now I know you can hear that. It's kind of a rattling sound whenever you turn this face. Actually, it's any of the faces. It might have something to do with the way the magnets are put into the pieces. I don't think they're glued, judging by this sound, but I might be wrong. So, first impressions, it's a little bit blocky, but the magnet strength is actually pretty good. There's a definite bump whenever you align the layers. It's actually stronger than the recent Yushin Huanglong that I've shown on the channel, and I think this is probably the strongest factory magnet cube I've ever tried. This is really, really strong, so I'm curious to see what they actually use. Let's take a look at corner cutting because I'm not sure that it will do much. Okay, it cuts 45, even over. Not really over. Reverse. There's not much there, but it's still a $10 magnetic puzzle. So let's take this apart and see how the magnets are positioned. So as you can see there, sadly, the edge magnets are not glued in. But one good thing about this is the magnets have actually been incorporated into the design. And the magnets are actually 5 by 1.5 millimeters, which is half a millimeter wider than what comes in our strong magnet kit. And it's a two-piece design, and then the caps just go on top of it. The fact that the magnets are incorporated into the design is a little bit surprising for a puzzle this cheap. And this corner design is actually pretty impressive. It's all one piece. I kept looking around it for seams and different places where it could come apart, but it's just not there. This is all one single piece, and down in there you can see the magnets. There are 2 slots for 2 sides, and then just 1 slot at the very bottom, just a round slot that the last magnet can go in. So that's pretty impressive, like I said, that they've incorporated the magnets into a design at such a cheap price. I just wish they would have glued these in to stop the rattling sound. But that's something you can easily do, and I might do that as well. So pros and cons about the Shengshao Mr. M. I'll start with the cons first. Firstly, the rattling sound is extremely annoying. If I were going to continue to use this puzzle, gluing in those edge magnets would be an absolute must. And the blocky feel of this puzzle caused me to lock up multiple times on my last layer, which definitely led to a slower overall average. I did about 50 solves to get the 6 that I'm showing you at the end of this video, and my average was about 2 seconds slower than my typical average. And something else that popped up unexpectedly was that I got corner twists. Now possibly that's just due to the loose tensions that it came with, but I'm dealing with this puzzle out of the box, and as such, corner twists are definitely an issue. So now on to the pros. The obvious one for this puzzle is the price. At $10, it's easily the cheapest magnetic puzzle you can buy, and it actually incorporates the magnets into the design, which is something that we've seen some flagship puzzles not even do. So I'm really impressed with Shengshao, the effort that they put into the design of this puzzle, but the performance just isn't there. So if you're a beginner and you really want that magnetic feel, and you only have $10 or $15 to spend, this is definitely the puzzle for you. But if you have 10 or 15 extra dollars, I would 100% recommend moving up to the Yushin Little Magic M or the MF3RS2M because they're only $20 and $26 respectively. And I think they would give you a much more satisfying solving experience. Thanks to the Cubicle for sponsoring this video as usual. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you later, guys.